This is Ndtv, and you're watching Classics.
Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk. I am Shekhar Gupta and my guest this week, well, it is somebody who I am quite proud to say has been a friend for more than a quarter century, although it may be a bit risky right now, Mr. KPS Gill.
Oh.
Always wonderful to have you as a friend, even with the kind of mess the hockey is in right now and given how popular you are at this moment.
Well, popularity and unpopularity, our scriptures say don't worry about them. They are immaterial things. As far as hockey being in a mess is concerned,
Do the scripture say something specifically on this? I mean,
both the Gita
ah,
and the Granth Sahib, it is mentioned that honor and dishonor are passing phases and don't go by that. The mess which you call hockey
right.
is a case of perception. It's a case of how things are being perceived and presented. The trigger which has triggered off this debate, now it's sort of gone back to Olympic qualifiers and everything is being again regurgitated. But the immediate trigger is that
The Jyoti Kumaran episode.
Jyoti Kumaran episode. Initially, when you watch that, it appears very, very shocking. And I said it is
Very, very shocking.
Yeah. But when you look at it dispassionately, you see a camera shot of Jyoti Kumaran receiving money. How much money is not mentioned. Whose money is not mentioned. A case is made out that this was done to include a specific player in a team going to, I think, Azlan Shah tournament.
Right.
Now the team till then had not been selected. And Jyoti Kumaran is not concerned with selection. For last almost 1 year.
So you could have taken the money and said, I tried my best, buddy.
Yeah. So
That could be the case.
the case was what I've read in Jyoti's, that they went to him and said, we want to have a tournament which will outdo the Azlan Shah tournament, for which we are going to spend so much money. And according to Jyoti's statement, this is an advance which you can use for making the arrangements. So that is part
But
of
you know,
it.
the law is very clear. We don't accept cash amounts like that in cash.
Should not. Should not.
Particularly for a federation like yours,
For a federation like that. Should not.
which is a
But one
non-profit,
Yeah,
tax-free.
but one does not know under what persuasion he took that money. The law in India on bribery and corruption is very, shall we say, it's a law which is very clear on this point. That if in the normal course of events something is happening in which corruption is taking place, then you make out a trap case. This is a trap case, which all courts have frowned upon. Not from today, for ages. But this is a specific incident engineered to produce this result.
But what he's done is obviously wrong.
It is very wrong. It is very, very wrong.
Right.
But when we come to the law of the land,
Right.
there are two two provisions which are very,
Well,
very...
in any case, he's not a public servant.
He's not a public
So
servant.
let's leave law aside.
No,
Let's look at
secondly,
hockey.
secondly, the trying to link that with selection is an entirely despicable act. I cannot condemn that act with more force at my command.
Why do you say so?
Because selection has always been fair. There are players who will say because we were not in the team, therefore we were not selected.
So you would say Jyoti Kumaran, if anything, was being greedy and stupid?
Extremely greedy, extremely stupid, and but I would not like to comment on
But
him.
he could not have swung a selection. That's what you're saying.
He could never have sung us.
So if this is what you see is accurate,
Yeah.
then he was greedy, stupid, and he was also lying. If he was promising to get somebody selected.
You see, one thing you have to notice, except for one mug shot, rest is all voiceovers.
No, I'm saying if. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if this is accurate, then he was all three. He was greedy,
Then he was all three.
greedy, stupid, and a liar.
And a lie.
And a liar.
And a lie.
We'll come to selections, Gill Saab. You know, in the past we've had conversations on terrorism, on Naxalism. Today is hockey, and you know, both of us share this passion equally, since we were also brought up in the same part of the country.
Yeah.
Hockey was standard equipment when we went to school
I know.
for playing in self-defense, isn't it?
I know. No self-defense. I didn't need it.
Maybe other people needed it from you.
Even today, I don't need it.
Yes, I know. You never carried a firearm
Yeah.
in your service. But having said that, let's come back to the question of what you said is the so-called mess in Indian hockey, on which we've got focused now because of our inability to qualify. Let's look at the big picture. How deep is the mess? Is it a mess?
No. We have talent. There are three weaknesses we have. Leave aside the lack of infrastructure. Leave aside the scientific inputs which should be there. Leave aside the paucity of funds. We're not rolling in money like cricket is rolling in money. Leave that aside. We have the talent, which is natural talent, which is groomed by academies initially, later on by the IHL. And after I took over, my emphasis was on the youth. Bring in younger players, groom them. So what happened? 1997, we were silver medalist in the Junior World Cup. There is no other team game, leave aside cricket, I'm talking of Olympic game, in which we have ever been silver medalist in a junior event in the history of that game.
But you know, for all our successes in junior tournaments, there is an unkind explanation, which is that birth certificates are a bit dodgy in our part of the world.
No. Then 2001, we were winners. 2001 to 2003, these boys were playing in senior tournaments. And we were beating every single, till certain elements intervened and started deliberately destroying our hockey team.
So who were these elements and what was done?
I would not like to name them. The use of certain media, newspapers and certain channels.
No, what was done by them?
One was to destroy the morale of the place by constantly giving negative reports. And second was to start attacking the IHL. For what reason, I do not know. But we'll have to find out what reasons are there.